Now who wanna move close enough? Now who wanna move out of? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock them, there we got them.
Welcome to Bengals and Brews, where there's only two of us today because Pork Chop is at the dentist.
I remember what that was like. Remember when I told you, Dale, I was here to go to the dentist? Because I'm like, say a prayer for me, Dale. I'm like, Greg, what's wrong? Are you something bad happening to you? Yeah, I'm going to the dentist.
It's like, oh. Greg's like, oh my God, please say a prayer for me. Like,
well, no, I'll tell you all a funny story here. I texted Dale one time, please say a prayer for me. And I had to go off somewhere because I was about to text Dale back, but I got lost in tracking something. I'm like, holy shit, I better go back and tell Dale. Dale's probably thinking something bad's happening to me. I'm like, dude, I'm going to the dentist. You're like, that's what's wrong with you?
Thought you were dying, Greg. The hell? Yeah, man. It's Monday. Yeah, it's Brew Crew. It's up to the Brew Crew. Everybody
What's up,
loves
everybody?
Mondays. I know that.
But Dale, biggest news of the day. Joe Burrow is throwing, but according to all these medical people or all these sources, he's never the same again. He will never pick up a football again, right?
Never be the same.
Never going to be the same. What the heck? I'm coming from a New York guy who has a Bengals.
Never.
Yeah. I mean, help me out here, Dan. What's going on here?
Look, you would think somebody with actually in the Bengals would have heard something like this, and they would be out there since there's 800,000 of these podcasts and guys that break news during free agency that if Burrow had some actual lingering effects.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Dale, man, world's coming to an end, man. World's coming to an end, right?
Yeah, and then the same day, Burrow coming out to practice, throwing the ball. Like, come on, man. It's Joe Burrow. The guy tried to backtrack a little bit. He's like, well, I'm never going to count Burrow out because he's a warrior and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay.
What up, Dustin?
Yeah, super chat here from Dustin. One leftover gripe for a lot of people analyzing the draft. You either want best player available or you want to draft position of need. Most of the time, you won't get both. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to just say absolute best player available because also, who's best player? To the Bengals, it might be their best player. To someone analyzing the draft, it might not be their best player. But also, you do want to draft for needs a little bit. Like, you can't go in and be like, okay, we've got Joe Burrow. Well, I'm going to take a quarterback. You know, and I know that's like the silliest one to say. But at the same point in time, you know, if you have no need, let's say you've got Jamar Chase. Do you need to go get another number one receiver if you plan on extending Jamar Chase in the first round? No, you probably wait on that for the third round. So it's always a combination, but yeah. And I think with Mims, it was a little bit of both, right? He had to be close to the best player. Maybe he was their best player available.
What did you see? They were interviewing Mike Potts. Paul Dana interviewed Mike Potts. They claimed Steve Radovic or somebody in the scout department said they did not think he was going to be there at 18 because they made a point. Tackles get overtaken. You know,
well, and the way Latham came off the board at 7 had to make them nervous to set at 18 if it was like we kind of thought it might have been.
Right.
Latham and Mims for them.
Because Latham
at 7.
Because Dale, like 2 weeks before the draft, there was rumors going out. We thought they said Latham was going to be like a top 10 pick. We're like, oh, that's not going to happen because we were all saying we were kind of that Latham was easily going to. Well, for the longest time, I thought Latham was going to be there at 18.
Yeah, I mean, I was believing the top 10 stuff because it just seemed like teams were higher on him,
right?
And they were on the whole tackle class, right?
Right.
Because it's like, well, if Latham's moving up, maybe Fuaga is going to fall. Nope. Fuaga off the board. Fashanu, maybe he's falling. Nope. Boom. He's off the board. The Jets didn't mess around. They didn't go Brock Bowers. They took the tackle. They did the smart thing. You know, we're complimenting them for doing the smart thing. Well, the Bengals did the smart thing too. They're investing in protecting Burrow, and they have 1 year Trent Brown, but he can learn from Trent. He can learn from Orlando and come in next year and be a starter, and we'll probably need him. Good chance. Hopefully everybody's healthy. A good chance we'll need him to start this year.
Dude, I 100% guarantee he's going to be playing a couple games this year, Mims. I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, it's like also you look at our fourth corner, just like our fourth corner play will get a lot of playing time, whoever that's going to be. So
yeah, which is why I still would like a veteran there. But hey.
Exactly.
Kevin. Yeah, and even if you're not drafting for an immediate need, you are drafting future needs. Who's coming up down the pipe, you know?
Right. Yeah, no.
I mean, DJ Turner wasn't awful his first year.
No.
Even Dax Hill had 100 and some tackles, like 3 interceptions. Like Dax didn't have a terrible season. It's just it wasn't as great as we expected. It's hard to replace Jesse Bates, who's the best safety in the NFL, as we saw last year with Atlanta. So I don't know. But I mean it is. And Michigan guys, I think Chris Jenkins is going to be a very good player. So, I mean, if Chris Jenkins don't pan out, I'm going to say never get from that team up north again.
Exactly.
Get Buckeyes.
No, Chris Jenkins, though, I'm very excited about him now.
I think he's got a good chance of working out. We're going to talk a little bit about the schedule today. But, yeah, I mean, just going back, man, seeing Joe out there, he's wearing the sleeve on the arm, so a little something different out
Little
there.
Allen Iverson sleeve.
Yeah, a little AI. So, it's always good to see Burrow back out there, and we hope he's out there, the entire offseason, the entire season. If all things go well, we're going to be playing football for a long time in the playoffs. So,
yeah,
there's no need to rush. There's no need to do too much.
Exactly. But, so Ocho Cinco over the weekend, TMZ interviewed him, and he says he thinks Bengals and Higgins will work something out. But I saw you commented, I think what he means by is he'll play on the tag this year, not necessarily a long-term deal or anything.
Yeah. That was the first thing I thought. It's like, well, the Bengals and T have smoothed things over. Well, I mean, what's the other alternative? The Bengals always said, he's playing for us this year. We put the franchise tag on him. He's under contract here.
Right.
He never said, the stuff with the agent, this, that, and the other. But when he's been interviewed, he said he expects to play in Cincinnati this season. So to me, smoothing things out or what they're on the same page. The draft has come and gone. You can't get any draft capital. You can't improve your team. Free agency's over with. At this point, you're playing this season. Now, what happens next year? A franchise tag, a trade, this, that, and the other. You're going to have to worry about that next year. I would still like to see a long-term extension. Probably unlikely, but hey, you never know. Just seems like they're far apart, though.
Right, exactly.
So I don't think it was that. And some people just like, oh, man, it's happening. And it's like, what's happening? He's going to play this season. That's my opinion on what that means.
But I'll give you I'm trying to think. And I'm trying to think. Anything else? Well, this is just a rumor. Khalil Herbert, I know there was stuff going around on Twitter that a Bears fan started a rumor the Bengals contacted the Bears about her. Khalil Herbert is his name.
Yeah.
I mean, and Bears fans are like, oh, we want Trey Hendrickson. I'm like, kiss my ass. Are you kidding me?
You're not getting Trey Hendrickson for a running back.
Right, exactly.
And I would running back that might be third string running back for you because they got the guy from the Eagles and
Swift. They got Swift
and they drafted Rashawn Johnson. So it's your third string running back for Trey Hendrickson.
Right. Come back to the real world, Bears fans. I'm sorry. Yeah. But no, would I love to have Herbert as to that running back field? Absolutely, I would. He can kick return. I would love to have him, but the best I would offer is maybe a 5th round pick, and that's it. Man,
I don't know. I mean, I don't even see it happening. I don't even think it's a thing.
Right.
They didn't bother to draft anybody. Obviously, they had 10 draft picks and didn't take a single running back with those 10 picks. That probably tells you that they feel pretty good with Zach Moss, who fits the system of shotgun, runs out of the shotgun, pass blocking, a little receiving ability. And then obviously they want to see more from Chase Brown. They brought back Travion. I don't see the need. Chris Evans is still here. I mean, Chris Evans season every year.
Well, and I asked John Sheeran, he was on Bengal Jim Show yesterday. I asked him that question. Do you think they will sign another running back? And he said, judging from the past, look how we got P. Ryan. It was just a couple days for the season. You look at a lot of cuts that happen. A lot of running backs get cut before the season, or even the June 1st cuts.
In the season.
What's that?
A couple of the Jets guys. Remember, we talked about the Jets guys last year a lot, Greg. How they had 4 guys, and 2 of them ended up getting cut in season.
There you go. So, like I say, a lot of them will get cut. I still think it's going to happen. I still think they will have a running back, just not through trade or anything like that.
It's possible.
It's possible.
I think they like that room more than maybe we on the outside, who thought.
Yeah.
But I remember saying, hey, I could see this being tied in from last year where we don't go with a running back in the draft. And that's what happened. So it's not completely shocking. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Zach Moss can do in this offense, with a lot of weapons all around him, running out of the shotgun. He had a really good season for the Colts last year, filling in for Jonathan Taylor.
No, and this is nothing against Moss, Chase Brown. I just you look at the depth. If one of those two goes down or something, that's where we're like, you're down to. And I love Travion, and I know the Bengals love Travion a lot. I'm just saying, just the depth concern. I guess you could say the depth concerns me a little bit at that position. But if we went in with the running backs we had now, I'm okay with that. I just feel a little bit better if we added one more key piece to the running back. That's just my personal opinion, though. But I'm not going to cry a river or anything.
Yes, you are.
Oh, sure I will, but you secretly.
You still want Audric Estime. He has your heart.
Tyron Tracy, Estime, just
yeah.
No. And who was his name? Melton, who went and drafted. Just the last 7th round pick we could have taken. I would have been cool with that, man. But it is what it is. Hey, we got the LSU guy that, we'll see what he does.
Noah Kane, yeah, and then a kid from Oklahoma State who I know nothing about still. But
well, he was a backup. I saw next year Oklahoma State has a running back who's already supposed to be a 1st-round pick, so I think he backed up.
Yeah, the Ollie Gordon II. He was the Doak Walker winner.
Yeah. But anyway,
let's get into this schedule release. So it's for this Thursday, right? Mm-hmm. That's when it's supposed to come out.
I guess so. Yes.
So we're not even sure. We're doing this, but we're not sure. I thought the schedule was coming out this Thursday.
Well, no, one game did leak out. We're at the Giants week 3, correct? Or is that even a reliable site?
Yeah, I don't think that was reliable. I don't think we can count on that to be,
This is usually the time of year it does come out, though.
Yeah. Well, I just thought it was kind of NFL schedule release. We'll double check, but either way, we could talk about it no matter what. But I was thinking it was Thursday.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard too.
Let's see. NFL Network says NFL schedule release 2024, but it does not. I'm not seeing the date. It just says coming in May.
Here, let's look up the schedule release last year. Let me look that up. 2023 schedule release.
We're very prepared, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All signs point to the schedule release for 2024 being Thursday, May 9th. But I don't know if there's anything official. So if anybody else knows, that'd be great.
Yeah, NFL. Okay, last year it was released on May 11th.
Oh shit!
May 11th was of last year.
So
everything 11th. I read said it would be this Thursday.
Yeah,
and that's what I've seen. But I'm just like, wait, is there anything official? Because I'm just seeing all signs point. We're gonna assume it's Thursday, but someone check if you got a TV guide thing. Check to see what ESPN and them say. If it shows the damn schedule release, and it's usually at 8 o'clock is the official, but usually the day it comes out, there's leaks nonstop. So yeah, I think the schedule release is this Thursday, May 9th. Antone, if your birthday's on May 8th, that is not your birthday. It is on the 9th. But happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, buddy.
To you. I can't sing any more of the song because it's copyrighted.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday to a big-time Bengals fan today, Gary Faulkner. Well, got the long beard. Happy birthday to him today.
And happy birthday tomorrow to Jimmy's mom, a.k.a. my girlfriend, Shelly.
Shelly, happy pre-birthday, Shelly.
My side piece. She's okay with it.
Yeah.
Jimmy don't even care. It's great. But anyway, schedule release. So our home games, we'll start there. Home games this season. These are the teams we play. We don't know the date yet. That should be Thursday. But obviously we play the Ravens, Browns, Steelers, 3 divisional opponents. Then our other games at home this year are the Broncos, Raiders, Eagles, Commanders, and Patriots. So if we're looking at potential primetime games, I'm thinking we get obviously one of the division games, right? We know one will probably be on the road before we get into that, but so what are we thinking? I'm thinking maybe they give us you're flying like an eagle, I'm guessing. So you're predicting outside of the divisional games where maybe we'll get one division one whoever, Browns, Steelers, Ravens, one of those three. And then you're thinking Eagles?
Easily.
What about you, Derek?
Yeah, I was thinking it would be the Patriots because of you got the rookie quarterback and everything that encompasses that.
That's why I think the Commanders, because I think Jaden Daniels,
Derek,
and the Heisman versus Heisman winners from LSU.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wait, no, Derek, you got me thinking. Ring of Honor game, Patriots, Bengals, Corey Dillon, both teams he played for.
CD.
Hey, that would make sense too.
I like it.
Yeah, that would make sense, right? I think somebody else brought that up. I forget who it was. That would make so much sense. That should be the Ring of Honor game.
But they do the schedule before they do the voting. But if the voting's rigged, then Corey's getting in.
It's destiny, man. Everybody out there, I mean, it's destiny. Destiny.
Then that would be a fun one to play against the Patriots, Drake May versus Joe Burrow. If it's even going to be Drake May, especially early in the season. Could be Jacoby Brissett for them, who they signed as a veteran. But I don't see them having Drake May on the bench very long. I mean, it's Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
What are you really winning this year? You might as well get Drake May in there.
Old beef brisket.
But out of all the division games, if you guys had to guess who would be a prime time, I mean, it could be two of them. Who would you bet your money on the most? Who are the prime time would be at home? Ravens. Okay. Who was it? Riddick. I think it was Riddick that said we would have the most primetime games.
Yeah, I know. Those guys just guessed. I mean, the Chiefs, they're going to have a bunch. Last year was like the Broncos were on every freaking week with Russell Wilson. Does this mean the Steelers are going to be on every week?
Yeah. Only the weeks he starts.
Yeah. So early in the season, the first 4 games, all primetime games for the Steelers.
Yeah. Right.
Before he loses his job. But no, I think the Commanders would be fun. Like Patriots, I can see that. But Commanders, 2 Heisman winners, both went to LSU. There's a lot of storyline there. Just seems like something the NFL might do. I can't really see the Broncos. I mean, that would just be kind of a waste. But you never know with the Thursday games. The Thursday games are usually very random, the Thursday night games.
Well, last year was the first year the Ring of Honor game was like on a Sunday night because the 2 years before that, it was the same time. Last Thursday, September, is when we had the Ring of Honor game was on Thursday. And I liked it that a Ring of Honor game was on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Well, we've had the last 2 years, right, have been Thursday night Ring of Honor, I believe.
But let me ask you guys this. Do you guys like having the Ring of Honor game on an all whiteout game, or do you think that should be separate?
I think it's fine.
I got nothing.
As long as if it's a primetime game like that, because always the night games are going to look cooler in your stadium.
That is true.
You do something like that. So whether it's the black and white or an all blackout, maybe, let's get blackout drunk in the parking lot, Zach says, and then we black out the stadium.
Hey, no, I'm happy because I just got a hell of a deal on my Corey Dillon, a white Corey Dillon jersey.
Hey, or we just do a blackout Black Friday.
Yeah, no, they tried to put that in permanently. The Bengals wanted to permanently claim that.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
So I don't know who it'd be against. Maybe one, and that would be if we're at home. So if we look at the away opponents, that we got the 3 division games: Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, Giants, Panthers, and Titans. We'll start with the Panthers because they have a game in Germany. So do you guys think we end up playing in Germany this year?
We have a 1-8
chance. Close.
Probably not. I'm going to say, hey, I could be wrong, but I'm going to say no.
Okay.
We're getting dangerously close to where we're going to have to.
Right.
I think when they were putting everything out last year, they said the Bengals were one of just a few teams that were on the outside looking in.
Oh yeah.
So if it's not this year, it's probably next year.
Yeah.
So Matt here says maybe the Cowboys, now that we're into the road games, Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
I
mean that could be a fun little Thursday night action,
Yeah.
stuff your face with turkey and all the delicious.
Problem is, I'm not
sides.
going to enjoy my Thanksgiving because I'll be all paranoid that day. But yeah.
Well, you enjoy your food. You take your coma nap from the turkey, and then you wake up for a night game with the Cowboys. Well, we know Detroit. Detroit.
No, man, I'm going to choke on a turkey bone or something.
Wouldn't be the first time you had a bone in your mouth.
Yeah, I know, man.
Hi-yo!
Huzzah!
Exactly.
Now, I would say the Chiefs, right? Maybe the Chiefs will be a primetime game.
I could definitely see that 100%.
But we say this every year because we play them every year, and it ends up being like a 4 o'clock or 4:25
in December, in like the last game of the season.
It'll be one of the last couple games.
But I want it now, man. I want to see, because what if Taylor Swift breaks up with Kelsey by that time? What else am I going to have to watch during that game?
Hey, and if Joe Burrow's single, I don't know. Taylor Swift might be too old for him. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, man, like I said, now I think Kelsey and Swift will probably be married. So who knows?
Come on, Greg. Look at her luck with man.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
These songs don't write themselves, Greg. Need a hard breakup to get a new album out. Damn it! I'm gonna get attacked by the Swifties, including my.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it'd be cool to see. Like I say, man, I still love Taylor Swift. It'd be cool though to see Taylor Swift though at that game though.
Another one I could see. A couple other. The road ones almost seem more likely for prime time than some of the home ones, which seems to happen to us a lot anyways. But I could see the Chargers, new coach, plus, obviously Herbert versus Burrow, same draft class. If anybody still thinks Herbert's better than Burrow, and the last time we played them was a really good game.
Yeah.
And then one I could also see being like a Thursday night game or something. Maybe the Titans.
Oh,
you got the former coach. You got that storyline. So that's the only reason I think the Titans would be involved. But then you get to go up against Tavondre Sweat and J.C. Latham in primetime and see how those guys do that a lot of people thought would be Bengals. So that could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's very enlightening.
But it's not very unlike me. It's not very unlike me. Heading down to Midwest Best Barbecue and 50 West Brewery Company. Proud sponsors of Bengals and Brews.
There you go.
Great way to fill dead air.
Hey, I had to pick up the right timing. I'm like, no, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, this is a good time.
This show is missing Pork Chop, not only for his beauty, but to say some random shit.
But let's so let's guess how many total primetime games period we're gonna have.
I'm gonna say 4. I think 4 is a good bet, and I'm gonna say 2 home and 2 away. You can only have 5, right?
I think so.
5 with the potential to be flexed
up
to 6, I think.
All right, Dale. Well, who are your 4 going to be, though?
Well, I think we'll have 1 home division and 1 road division.
Got to be more specific than that.
I'm gonna predict we'll get the Steelers at home, and we'll go on the road to Cleveland.
Yeah,
that'll be the 2 I predict for the division.
You got 2 more games.
That's a solid pick right there too. Because when was the last time we played the Steelers in a night game?
When Von Bell drilled what's his name, Juju Smith,
and Von Bell's back.
So, Von Bell's back too.
Yeah, that was Monday night.
That was 2020. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then I'll say, so for the other 2, just to toss out a guess, I know you said Eagles, and that makes sense, but the NFL's weird. They don't do things that make sense all the time. So I'm going to stick with my Commanders pick for the other home game, whether that's Thursday night, Ring of Honor, whatever. I think the storyline of the 2 LSU Heisman winners, they want to have that in prime time. See if Jaden Daniels and can have an explosive offense go up against the Bengals' explosive offense. I think that would be something that the league could do. And if they do it like a Thursday night, week 4, Ring of Honor for the Bengals home game, Washington, if they don't have a good season, it's still early in the season. You don't really know that, so the excitement would still be there to watch them on primetime.
Yeah.
Because they typically get every team on primetime for Thursday night at least once, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my other away game, so I said the Browns on the road. I'll say, damn, this one's a little tougher. I'll go with Cowboys, but it seems like we always play the Cowboys at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, Derek?
I'm gonna say the home game is going to be against the Ravens, and I think it'll be later in the year for the North potentially. And for an away game in the division, I'm going to say the Patriots, or not the Patriots, the Steelers, just because of what we was talking about earlier, where they haven't played them in a while. And then for I'm saying 4 as well.
They don't have to have 2 division ones either.
Right. I just think that that's kind of been what they've been doing lately.
Yeah.
I just think it makes too much sense, especially because, I mean, maybe it's the homer in me talking, but I think we're the best division in football, top to bottom. So,
pretty good division.
Yeah. And then I'm going to say the Patriots for the other AFC team. And then, man, I don't know.
Cheese.
I might go 3. I might go 3 AFC teams. All AFC night games. My other one I'm going to take is the Chargers. You're out there in LA. You got the Jay Herbo versus Joe
So
Burrow.
it's not even a night game for
like
them,
that.
technically. Right?
Right. Yeah,
Maybe
it
it'll
could be
be
a 4:00 game for them.
You know what they could do? They could do, you know how they do those doubleheader Monday night games? It could be the second one out on the West Coast. That'd be kind of shitty way to start your first game of the season, wouldn't it? Traveling all the way to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I could see it happening.
Oh, yeah. But I just think my whole thing with the Chiefs and the Bengals, what drives me away from that is I think they said, like previously, one of the reasons why they don't is because it's going to draw a crowd no matter what. You're going to have Tony Romo and what's his name?
Jim Nance.
Doing the play-by-play on that. Jim Nance doing the play-by-play. So that's going to be a 1 o'clock or maybe, like you said, 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we talked about, like Tom said, do you think we play on Christmas? I mean, if we do, we play the Cowboys on the road. I think that could be a fun Thanksgiving night game.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Or he said Christmas. I was talking Thanksgiving, but he did say Christmas. So I don't know about Christmas. That shit's what I keep forgetting they even do that.
Let me ask you guys this: games on Christmas. Do you guys go to that? Well, if they're out, do you guys go to that game on Christmas?
Probably
Considering
not.
I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, what do you think?
I'm guessing no.
I mean, we pretty much do our Christmas on Christmas Eve, but my kids are older.
No,
but
man.
I still don't know if we'd go because I mean, there's family stuff and this.
Right.
And that, if it's at home, I hope it's on if we play on Christmas, I hope it's away.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Let's put it that way.
Which I will say, what was it, Christmas Eve we had a game this past year?
Yes,
that happens. Seems like.
Yeah, well, we've had plenty of Christmas Eve games where we missed the freaking field goal against the Broncos.
Against the Broncos. I knew it. Yeah, that Broncos one was bad.
Yep. That was it.
Lost the game over an extra point.
I was at a family gathering watching that game, and I had to leave because I just could not.
Run Christmas. Christmas is run.
Yeah, I know. No, well, Christmas ruined. Then my family took me to P.F. Chang's, and I calmed down.
I told my son I think Declan wants, or I think Santa Claus wants some bourbon tonight, buddy. He wants a little nightcap.
No milk and cookies, just bourbon.
Yep.
Bourbon and cold pizza.
But no,
he drank his calories that night.
Right.
Yeah.
My 4 games, I'll go. All right, it'll be home against the Eagles, but you know what? I think it's not going to be the Ring of Honor game. I'll go Eagles week in the middle of the season, probably sometime in October. Ring of Honor game will be against the Patriots. Mark that down. That'll be the Ring of Honor game. Don't know when, but it will be the Ring of Honor game.
Week 4. It's always been week 4. Might as well keep it going.
There you go. Let's keep it going.
Yep.
And all that. So away, Kansas City. Definitely will be a primetime game probably near the end of the season. But if I had to pick my other away game, probably Baltimore.
Yeah. And then we had multiple primetime games against division opponents last year, right?
Yeah, no, it was Baltimore, right? And
it was Baltimore, Cleveland, and then Baltimore again at the end of the season. Well, no, that was 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah, I just mean primetime road games in the division. We had at least 2 last year, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kept loading those up.
Yeah.
So that's our
game
thought.
Where Burrow got hurt.
That's our thoughts on the schedule release. We will find out soon enough and be able to talk about it. Do some predictions. Greg will probably say undefeated.
As always.
Be more realistic and see where we're at. But Derek, we were talking before you got on here, man. Burrow out there throwing even with no hands because he don't even have hands anymore.
Right.
He'll never be the same.
I know. I saw the clip where somebody had the Winter Soldier out there. I think it was Lorenzo Soros on Twitter posted that. But yeah, I'm excited about it, man. I was walking around Clark full chub.
I was going to say half chub, but you were full. Fully.
No,
chub.
I was full on.
Well, it's a good thing no one could still see it.
Oh yeah, not a lot there.
Yeah. By the way, did you guys catch the Tom Brady roast last night? I didn't. I don't have Netflix, but I heard some interesting stories.
No, I haven't watched it. I heard it was good. I mean, it's a roast. I've seen people like, oh man, they took them jokes too far. Dude, it's a roast. I mean,
it's a roast.
That's a roast. That's every roast. That's all they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one. There was a 2-minute clip. I don't know if that was I don't remember what that guy's name was, but like you could tell he was reading from a teleprompter, and even some of the ones he was saying, I'm like, daggone, like they're making him go all out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jeff Ross is at everyone. You're right, Tyler.
Oh, Jeff Ross.
That's like the only time he gets work. You know?
Exactly.
There's a roast. Quite common.
Yeah, I think that's who it was, Jeff Ross.
Yeah, where Tom Brady. Do you guys think Tom Brady was being for real? Or do you think he was kidding when he said, "Don't ever effing say that"?
About the massage parlor stuff with Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
I would hope not because I mean, dude, it's a roast.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was a lot of Aaron Hernandez stuff that I seen on there. I see one thing was like,
man.
his wife said, "Oh, my daughter's gonna have to see this stuff," and I'm thinking like,
why would you let your daughter watch this?
Bro, why would you let your kids watch that in the
that and like she's gonna kind of know what her dad did anyways. Like you can't really hide that.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I'm just glad I don't get involved in the roast because me,
Man, we should roast Greg. We should have a Bengals and Brews roast of Greg.
Oh Lord, I'd be probably running out the door. No, that ain't happening with me.
Chop could
we would be
it.
canceled. We would be canceled because we don't have those sort of millions to where.
Right, exactly.
It's okay to say stuff.
Yeah. I don't really know what you're like. Oh, don't Google your own father ever for your entire life, daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's kind of a murderer.
You know what? While you're at it, just don't even look up recipes for roast.
Yeah, let's do.
Now Greg's going to be hungry for a roast, Derek. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, you couldn't be part of this roast. Tyler don't even cuss, and
My
he just
bad.
said, love you, Greg.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you.
That's not very good roast, Tyler.
No.
Greg, I love you. You're great. You're the best. The end.
Exactly.
Wait, you're supposed to say mean things.
Sean can roast me. He's good at it. So are you too, Dale. Dale, if I roasted you, I would just say, what's up, Facebook Bengals fan?
Fuck you, Greg. What a dick. What a dick.
Hey, wait. Facebook. FBF, Facebook Bengals fan. I'll call you FBF.
I'll call you BFF, butt fucking
Man.
friend. Get over here.
Our Facebook viewers just took a nosedive.
Yeah, I know, right? And we love you, Facebook. Trust me. I still post on Facebook all the time.
I didn't say that. Greg, you never have your shit together, Matt said. See, that'd be Matt roasting.
Matt would be the one roasting me. Matt,
He would
Magic,
say, get your shit together, Greg.
Magic Miguel, he'd be roasting me. You know, a lot of them would.
Get it together.
Oh, a Crypt Keeper roast on me would be.
Crypt Keeper would have a field day with me.
Oh, yeah, man. That would be entertaining. Who Day Kelly?
Good day, Kelly.
Yeah, man. There's just it's that point in the off season. You know, you can talk about the schedule. You can get chubbed up like Derek about Burrow out there throwing the football. You can talk about the draft for the 10th time. We're in that weird part of the off season. You know, it's like just kind of waiting for real football, and it's going to be like that for a while. So, I mean, we're going to probably have a lot of Greg dancing on here, a lot of dot bot moves going on. I mean, Greg, we have to fill the time with something, and you're just the man to do it with your elite dancing ability.
I swear, when Daniel was on Friday, I'm like, Daniel, just keep ignoring this. He's like, no, well, I'm curious. What is the dot bot? What is the dot bot? Daniel, just don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. And I got stuck doing that. Oh, my God. Who dey from the UK, Stu?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, man, you guys got anything else you want to talk about? Like, any more thoughts on the draft? Anything? Like, I want to do, like, position battles, but I don't, I want them to kind of be their own separate shows.
Right.
Yeah. We can't even, like, dive into or put our toes in Reds talk right now because they're not playing today.
They suck.
I was at the game over the weekend, and let me tell you something. Whenever you guys go to a game, hit the 50 West Burger stand, man. I chomped that burger down just like that, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, but you couldn't find the nacho one.
I thought it would be a 50 West. How was I supposed to? Oh, my God. And of all the places, you figured, hey, 50 West Burger and a 50 West Burger. But I still had the good old plain cheeseburger I shoved down my deep throat.
Okay, then. But, yeah, the Reds have not been playing well. They're under 500 now. David Bell, man, at what point, like, you got to do something. They haven't even had, like, a full roster, bench guys, this, that, man. It's just the depth right now is bad. I mean, yeah, you didn't expect the guy to get suspended, injuries, but fuck, man, you got to call people. You got to do something to stay keep your head above water right now.
This is just ridiculous.
It's crazy to think that you could arguably have the best player in baseball on your team right now, and you're under 500.
Yeah, and the pitching's been pretty good.
No, the pitching's not been bad.
Really good. Overall, I think.
And I get it. The Orioles are a good team, but I'm sorry. The Saturday game me and Chopper at, that was ridiculous. You had you scored a run the ninth inning. You had the bases loaded with one out. There's no exception. That was embarrassing. Ellie was trying to go for that. I get it. Ellie was trying to end the game with the home run, but dude, just get the ball in the outfield, man. Get the ball in the outfield, tie the game up. I kept saying, why aren't we trying to bunt and run home or something? Tie the damn game up.
Well, bunting around home is not usually easy. It's
all you have to do is just lay.
You got to catch somebody off guard to do it.
This is what you do. You take the bat, you put it right there, and the ball goes out. How hard is that, Dale? How hard is that? If you have the reflexes like I do, you put your bat straight out there. You hang your bat out there, man. Hang your big
You
bat
should be
out
able
there.
to hit the ball into the outfield and get a run home from third.
This is all you have to do, Dale. See? This is all you have to do. This is all you have
Greg,
to do.
you're going to get your hand broken. You freaking have your hand on the outside of the bat.
I'm trying to show you a batting tip, man, to bunt the ball.
To get your hand broken. I seen it.
All I know is
And boo Tyler for being a Yankees fan. Boo that man. Boo.
yeah. All I know is if David Bell wants any pointers, he can come to Kohler Field tomorrow, 6:30. We got some D-ball going on, and he can learn a thing or two from our coaches.
There you go.
And Greg. You can just
And
watch
me.
Greg.
And Greg.
I will be doing a live video soon, how to bunt a ball. I just need someone to throw a pitch to me. Not too hard, though.
I was going to say.
I was about to say, let's see it take a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
And bunt it.
Yeah, let's do so. I'll get my nephew to throw a pitch. I'll get my nephew to throw a pitch to me.
I'll even make it easy on you. 90-mile-an-hour fastball, low outside, and see if you can take it.
Can we go 70 miles an hour?
Nope. It's got to be
All right.
realistic, Greg.
All right, Greg, I'll make you a deal. How about a 70-mile-an-hour changeup?
Go, let's do it, man. Let's do it. But here, you got to learn to pull the bat back soon and all that. Or another thing you could do is act like you're bunting. In the last second, man, you get that bat up there and you hit it right over the infielder. I just don't get it. Bunt in a run. It's been done before. I've seen players who are not good at baseball at all do it. I'm sorry.
Did you guys see this from Willie Lutz? Apparently, this is via Jeff Hobson, who talked to Andre Yosavash, Greg's man. And here's what he said about number 9 out there today. He was pushing it on the deeper throws down the field. He was slinging it and really putting some heat on those passes. So that's Yosavash. So it's not like Burrow was out there half-assing these throws. Said he was slinging it.
He's slinging it. He's slinging it.
So that's good to hear, right? Because,
Right.
the same day that stupid report's out, it's like, oh, is he just out there kind of light tossing this, that, and the other? No, he's out there slinging it and throwing regular-ass passes and practicing. So that is very good to hear.
Yeah.
How hard are you, Derek, after hearing that?
Oh, dude, I'm driving with my – never mind.
Driving. Keep it straight.
Well, Derek, that's right. You weren't on show yesterday. We were talking about this. Were you devastated like everybody else was that Burton is going with the number 81?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
geez.
Now, I wondered, so
Greg told us we can't get mad at this stuff.
No. See, you're putting words in my mouth. You are putting words in my
He
mouth.
called us Facebook fans if we talk about jersey numbers or anything else.
No, see, Dale, you're putting words in my mouth. Stop acting like I'm a dictator or anything.
You are dick.
No. When you report fake news, Dale, I am just giving you advice. I'm advising you. This is stupid to get mad over something like this.
It's not fake news. He's wearing number 81. And
No, the fake news is you saying I'm a dictator telling you what to do.
Well,
that's the fake news. The real news is I am just telling you fans, I'm giving you all psychological advice. This is nothing to get upset about. At the end of the day, a number is a number. I don't care if he's wearing the number 69 out there or number 13.
That would be cool.
Oh, well,
That would be cool.
But don't get me wrong. I wanted number 3 as much. That would be cool. But you know what, Chop, though? Me and Chop were talking. He's going to come out with the shirt that says 5181. That's awesome. 5181. Dictators, how you make friends.
So, I got a question. If anybody in the chat can answer this for me, great. I saw something where I guess players are allowed to have an alternate number now.
Interesting.
Was this
I
on
don't know if
Facebook?
that's true or not.
Was this on Facebook?
This was a Jaguars player. Said he was going to wear number 0 and said he was going to wear number 19 for the amount of touchdowns he scores, or he scores a game or something. I can't remember exactly what it was said, what was said, but
It sounds like a Facebook rumor.
That's ridiculous. No,
that's not. Yeah, that's not a thing.
I'm pretty sure Rappaport retweeted it.
It's a lie. I don't believe it. Maybe he was just saying he's going to have 19 touchdowns.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. We're not calling you a liar, Derek. I'm just saying that's stupid.
Yeah, he is. Derek, you are full of shit, my friend.
But I think maybe it was you, Dale, that said, maybe they're going to. They didn't want to just give him the number 3. And people to think that, oh, hey, it's going to be these 3 guys.
No, what they're going to do is what they did with Higgins, who was 85, which there wasn't single numbers in. That's the difference, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then they switched to 5. But the Bengals are like, we sold a lot of jerseys when he was 85, and we sold a lot of jerseys when he was 5. Bengals are going to be like, you're 81 for at least a year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Then you can switch to number 3, and we're going to sell them jerseys, baby.
But 5181, I love that saying. 5181.
581, what?
5181.
Eat me, baby. Oh, God. I didn't expect you to have that smile and shake your head yes. Now I'm a little triggered. Terrified.
What did you say? I really didn't hear you.
I said to eat me, and you were like...
Hey, be careful what you wish for.
It's a good point. Yeah. So without getting into too much of the position battles, because we'll do shows about them, just off the top of our dome, and then we can say, we can be like, oh, yeah, no, we didn't think about that too much. But what do you think are the biggest position battles right now on this roster and on this team that somebody needs to go out and win or prove, or you just think will be camp battles, this, that, and the other?
That's a good question. You look at the tight end position right now. Obviously, we know Gesicki's number 1, but man, if I'm McLaurin right now as a rookie, I'm fighting like hell to say, I'm the number 2 tight end this team. I think McLaurin. That's a good.
McLaughlin.
Sorry, yeah, whatever. But yeah, McLaurin. McLaughlin. Thank you. I would really be interested.
Terry.
Yeah, there we go.
Go ahead, Greg.
But yeah, no, I think that he would be that if I'm him, I'm like, man, I'm going to bust my ass in camp, prove I'm the number 2 tight end. Obviously, right now it's Hudson's job to lose right now. But if I'm him, I'm really going to pick up my game at camp right now because you have Eric All still coming back from injury. I think rumor has it he may start the year on PUP. So if I'm him right now, I'm like, man, I got to bust my ass right now.
I mean, I know Gesicki is probably the leader in the clubhouse at tight end. But how do we know that he is the starter? I mean, it's not like he got a huge contract and it's a 1-year deal. I think he's the most talented guy, and he will win the job if they have a competition. But at the same point in time, to me, I don't think anybody should just be handed a job like that.
Yeah.
Especially when you brought in 2 rookies, let them compete, and Tanner Hudson. Let them all. Tanner Hudson should have every right to compete to be the starter. Or make the roster. Like, you're competing for all of it, buddy. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say for the tight ends, tight end 1 is penciled in right now. I think that's the best way to say it. But
heavily penciled
tight end 2, yeah. Tight end 2 is wide the F open.
Yes, it is.
And then the number 1 position battle that I'm going to be watching is punter, man. I think I heard on Locked On today that they said if the top 4 punters would have been in last year's draft class, they all 4 would have been above where we took Brad Robbins last year.
I agree with that, Derek. Totally 100%. I mean.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even mention Drew Sample. He's a fullback. He's an H-back.
He's a fullback.
Yeah. He's got a 3-year deal. He's not a tight end.
Yeah, no, and obviously safety, you look at the loaded safety room right there. I mean, well, we know Geno Stone and Jordan Battle, but for that third safety, I mean, Von Bell, Von Bell, I think they have a special spot. I guess you think about it, it's really not that much about because they know they have a spot for Von Bell. when they probably signed him. They'll find a spot out there for him. But corner is going to be the interesting one, really, because you have, CTB is already locked in at number 1. DJ Turner guaranteed as your number 2 corner right now?
I mean, they're not saying that. They're saying Dax could have. I don't think Dax is an outside corner.
I don't think he is. Why are we throwing him in there? Because you're starting all over again with him again. That, like, Dale, you and I talked about it. I think we still need to go out and get a veteran corner.
We do. I fully think we do. And Matt says quarterback, Browning versus Burrow, because Burrow has no hands.
You're right, Matt.
I mentioned earlier on Twitter. How can he even throw the ball with no hands? It's crazy. It's a joke, by the way. Anybody that hasn't seen there's some bullshit report, he'll never be the same, and then he's out there throwing the same thing. Ridiculous.
Yep.
Whatever.
You know he saw that. And he's like, hey, get the video camera out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other ones. So I do think corner is interesting for the last spot or two, because you don't really have like a established 4th corner. I mean, just saying it's Dax, I think Dax should be kind of safety / cover tight end / backup slot corner. I don't think he should be competing for outside corner. I don't think they have a true backup outside corner. Josh Newton even is kind of a, maybe a better slot guy for the long term at his size. So it's just very interesting. I would love to see them go and sign a veteran still at corner. That would make me very happy. Like somebody that's done it in the NFL, They don't have to start, but somebody that could compete with DJ Turner and, at worst, be the 4th corner, When an injury happens to one of the outside guys, I feel good about them coming in. Not somebody you've had playing safety for 2 seasons.
And Eli Apple, or even somebody like
even
that.
An Eli Apple, but Xavier Howard, a Steven Nelson. It's not going to be Stephon Gilmore. But I don't know. I'd love to see, somebody that's done it in the NFL.
And maybe once they get those guys out there, they'll be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
They'll be like, maybe we need to bring another guy in.
Yeah, I could see that happening too. And even like wide receiver, I think's intriguing, right? Because Boyd's gone, but we've got
3.
Yeah, we've got Yoshi, we've got Burton, we've got Trenton Irwin back, we've got Charlie Jones. Like, how's that going to shake out? Because they're not just going to hand that to Burton.
Right.
He's going to have to earn it, and can he play in the slot, whether you're moving people around, any of that. So I'm just very curious how it shakes out at wide receiver. I think that'll be a fun, interesting battle to watch, along with tight end, punter, cornerback. So I think those are all interesting. And then maybe like the last D-line spot. And I say D-line, I don't say D-tackle or D-end, because I think it could go either way, right? You could go light at D-tackle and heavier on D-end with the Cedric Johnson pickup, because I really like him. And then does Zach Carter guaranteed a spot? Like,
No.
Does Cam Sample maybe play more inside? Like, I would like to see that. I would like to see Sample play more inside, and Johnson maybe make the roster as
Cedric Johnson, man. The more I read about him, Dale, like, you and Santori, both your draft got really high on him. Man, I'm getting really excited to see what Cedric Johnson can do, man.
Yeah. And even, I think they had a couple. They had a couple instances where they had Joseph Osai go on inside a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing a little more of that as well. And then Sam Hubbard, we always talk about it,
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't even, I don't know. I think Sample projects more on the inside. Like, Hubbard's just a good, solid edge guy. He's not the best pass rusher, but he's decent, and he's really good against the run. Now I still think you got Murphy and Osai that should be rotating in regularly with him and Trey, assuming Trey does play. He should.
Yep.
What are you talking about? He's getting traded to the Bears for Herbert.
For a third-string running back. You
saw that, Derek. You saw that, right? Because remember, I sent it to you, and like some fan reported that the Bengals contacted the Bears, and I've told you I wanted a third running back, but if you think for 1 second, Trey Hendricks said, I mean, get out of your fantasy, Bears fans. I'm sorry.
Which, speaking of running back, that's also an interesting one.
Oh yeah.
Do they just give the job to Travion, or Chris Evans is still in the mix?
Chris Evans
in the locker room. Yeah. And then we've got all these undrafted guys we signed. The one guy from LSU, and then trying to think of the other guy. I can't remember where.
Exactly. Noah Kane is the LSU kid. I'm not even super worried about that. I don't think he makes it. I think you try to practice squad that kid, and then if an injury happens, you have at least like somebody in your system at that point. That's the way I'm looking at it with that.
Right.
I think they keep 3 because I think they're going to go heavy at tight end.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
They have to almost go heavy at tight end.
Yeah,
they can't. They're going at least 4. If you count Sample, they're going at least 4.
Right.
Minimum.
Yep.
They've got 5 if you count Sample.
No, that's interesting.
And then you got to worry about everybody's wanting Jackson Carman off the team the past 3 years. So what do they do at offensive line?
They don't have that. They need depth. They need depth on the interior so bad.
Yeah,
like that's They need interior depth. Whether it's Max Sharping, even he needs to be back. If you're not going to go get Dalton Reisner, obviously I would upgrade from Max Sharping. But hey, I'd feel better at least knowing Max Sharping's on the roster instead of, hey Jackson, we're going to toss you in anywhere on the line.
Right.
He's never worked out at guard. He shouldn't be backing up guard.
Yeah.
And Cody Ford can't be your only backup depth piece on the interior.
No.
Yeah.
And then you're hoping Matt Lee makes the roster as your 10th pick of the draft, the 7th rounder. That's asking an awful lot, to even make the roster.
No, that's a good point right there. I mean, Matt Lee, though, in all fairness, I think a lot of people had him. Did you have him as a 5th round pick?
No, he wasn't in my top 2.
He wasn't even in. Okay, some people had him as a 5th. A lot of people thought that was the steal of the draft.
I just think he's light. Like, he's not going to give you much of anything push in the run game. Like, it just – I don't know. But he's a good pass blocker. Like, I like that pick where they took it. Like, I have no problem with that. But there's a reason he was picked where he was. Like, it just is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Which,
but,
so let's talk about this. Realistically, would you say the only positions that are really set in stone right now are quarterback and linebacker?
I mean, even linebacker's not, because you're looking for a last spot in your linebacker depth because they haven't brought back Marcus Bailey.
I guess I'm trying to think. The receivers, it's pretty well. No, because they'll stick with what? So your receivers are Chase, Higgins, Burton.
Yeah, but you don't know who's playing. We were talking about that, Greg. Like, who's your number 3 at receiver?
Well, it depends on how you look at number 3. Is your number 3 your slot guy, or is it your?
Who is number 2?
Well, it's so weird. It's so weird right now. When I say Chase Higgins, I'm getting ready to say Boyd. I'm like, oh, Boyd's not on the team anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Charlie Jones, Yoshi,
right.
Jermaine Burton, Trenton Irwin. Yeah, I think those guys are all. And I mean, shit, that's 6. If you're keeping 6, maybe they have to go light and keep 5. One of those guys getting cut or going to the practice squad. But even if you keep those 6, who's the 3rd guy? Everybody just assumes it's going to be Jermaine Burton, but he's a 3rd round pick. Yeah, we hope he's great. But at the same point in time, you've got guys that have been here, and Yoshi looked good last year. Charlie Jones, they drafted in the 4th round just a year before. It's not like they drafted Charlie Jones far off from what they drafted Jermaine Burton. I feel like everybody's just tossing Charlie Jones out of everything right now.
That is true.
He's going to be in the mix.
Yeah, Charlie Jones is going to be in the mix. Yeah, like I say, I think Charlie Jones secretly, I know he's still a rookie and he's on the 2nd year of his deal. Do you think he should be worried about his roster spot right now, Charlie Jones?
I mean, it shouldn't be guaranteed. And, if he can't stay healthy yet again, like he couldn't last year and throughout a little bit of his college career at 3 different programs, then, yeah, maybe.
Man, I don't want to think that because I like Charlie Jones as a player and all, but it's just,
No, I don't think you can guarantee anybody's roster spot because they always say the best ability is availability. And maybe he's on the roster, but if he's injured, then he's on PUP or he's on this or that. But hopefully he's healthy because he's a good returner, too.
Well, Derek, you left out one position that's secure. A long snapper. I think Cal Alamighty's just got that in the bags.
Yeah.
And kicker.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. McPherson and Cal, definitely pretty safe.
Yeah, but like you said, other than that, though, I mean, quarterback. I mean, other than kicker, quarterback, and long snapper. everything. There's a lot of up for grabs, and that's what.
Yeah, at least depth wise, right? We're talking
Right.
depth.
Yeah.
We're talking the last.
Depth wise, mainly, yes, and that's a good problem to have.
I think edge is interesting just because Cedric Johnson and how many they keep. But
Right.
I mean, I think your top 4 are pretty set, and I think Cam Sample probably isn't going anywhere.
Well, no, there was a corner today. Since we're kind of talking rookies, that corner we drafted Newton. I forget which former corner said it, but he said the biggest steal of the draft was Newton out of TCU. He said he is very high on Newton. I know Newton does not. I know he doesn't have the speed or the RAS score, but man, Newton loves football. They said he gave a very powerful speech. They say Newton, man, has the mentality, of like, hey, I'm ready to play, and that's something you can't teach in a player.
Yeah, it's just hard to count on a guy who goes in the 5th round.
No, yeah, I know.
I'm just saying, if there's an injury and boom, all of a sudden, and Dax Hill, I don't know. I think that counting on Dax Hill to just be able to play outside corner if one guy gets injured, Dax Hill was in there, scares the hell out of me. I'm sorry, because he's not really. He's been a
I'm on the same boat as you are, man.
Safety, he's a good football player.
Well,
but outside corner is a different world.
Well, exactly. But what I don't understand is there's like 5 or 6 good options out there. I mean, but maybe they are talking to some we don't know yet. Like we had Danny on the show Friday, Xavier Howard. I'm personally not high on him just because of his injury history, but get a veteran presence in there right now. Apple, come back here.
I don't even know what I'm hating on here, Crip. The runway dairy cow. See, I don't have Chop here. I can't do it all, Crip. Derek's masturbating from Burrow throwing. Greg's eating cheese half the damn show. But we got the show in. We're an hour in. Think we're going to end it here. It's been fun. It's been a good show. Been a fun show. We missed Chop at the dentist. Greg's playing with his wood again, showing the Reds how to bunt. Break his own hand. But, yeah. All right, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will be back on Friday. And, yeah, catch you on the flippity flop.